Hello everybody and welcome to the penultimate episode of Coldover. We're running out of resources. And Briarwood Park is slowly getting developed. Victoria District is as well. I am going to try my best to ignore this problem. But let's be honest. If anyone knows me, it's probably not going to happen. I'm just really deeply not okay with this. Like, the core issue here is this cross-traffic. With the trying to merge into these lanes. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm trying to just move on. I'm trying very, very hard. We do need a little bit of residential demand. These poor people just don't realize that the city is about to start dying, honestly. Like, without these resources, we've got nothing here. We have no reason to exist. And gathering these resources was the whole point of this city, the entire time. We have built up a sizable bank, which is great. That means that we have completed our job. Well, it's not fully complete yet, but it's getting there. I'm gonna just try to avoid spending money largely as much as possible. And we're just gonna bank it up and see how much we can get before the end. I definitely want to see the Victoria District develop a little bit more. In fact, maybe we should unzone Dean Hills for right now. Or at least this large swath of it. Something kind of like this. Unzone this portion. And just say, don't develop this area. It's not worth it. This area is tapped out. We can make all of this be commercial, if we so choose. Like, that would be fine. And then this up here also becomes commercial, like so. There. And this just is not worth developing. Of course, we do not need to have these power lines here, except for this pumping service and the metro station, which are both connected to the same thing. I think we just bring this down like this. This isn't spending very much money. Is this... Okay, that's also a metro station. So yeah, that'll be fine. And ultimately, as far as things that I'm proud about this city go, a lot of this is just by the numbers, right? But there's one particular thing that I'm quite proud of, as I'm noticing that this is still having power issues. Ah, because this is no longer connected. There's that fixed. There's one particular thing that I am proud of with this city. And that's this. I think that this looks and performs amazingly. Like, I'm really pleased with this fishhook intersection. This one up here, I tried to replicate it. It did not succeed. To some degree, it is because of the way that this is set up, right? It's just a different kettle of fish. It's a much busier intersection. And it doesn't have the benefit of having these styles of roads, because everything here actually does need to be highway for the increased traffic speed. That said, it's not going very fast, is it? Maybe I should give this one last attempt. I know I said I wasn't gonna try, I was gonna try to not do this. I think by now everybody knows I can't resist this. I have to work on this. So, let's give this at least one last attempt. This probably won't be the final attempt, if I'm honest. I'm very bad at not working on this. We're going to take this out. And we're going to think, what makes this intersection work? there's a fair amount of traffic going this way. There's a fair amount of traffic coming this way and coming this way. There's very little traffic over here. This is essentially a three-way intersection. And it was these bypasses that cleaned them up. Why? Well, because it forced usage of the outer lanes when they're trying to use the inner lanes. Up here, how is this different? They're trying to use the outer lanes out here, which means that the bypasses are going to be far less efficient unless they are in some way internalized. Now, one thing I was thinking about when I was lying in bed this morning, because yeah, this is the kind of thing that I think about, is what if we had this? But then also something else entirely. Like, I've tried having it be kind of like this. The problem here is this then overloads these exits. But what if this also continued over this way? And I'd like to straight line this if at all possible. I guess kind of like this, although we could maybe curve that and have it come in something like this-ish. I hate it. Yeah, it's the angle that I don't like there.
Their mere existence transformed the
I mean, we could do it like this.
impact on our world.
So, what's the core issue here? You're going this way, you can go this way or this way. That's fine. You're going this way, you can only go this way. What if you want to go this way? Well, that would potentially require cross-traffic, unless we had a bypass that came out this way. Whoa. Okay, I did not expect that to actually build that, for some reason. If we had a bypass that came out this way, goes down to the ground, like so, comes in over here, and then merges in up here. So now you can go this way or this way. You can't turn directly around, but that's okay, I think.
It's from one place, Meaty Bits. No matter what you need, be it a smoked pig, a goat by sunset, or
I mean, this is not aesthetically pleasing. There's no doubt about that.
And completely without judgment. So, if it's good enough for Tony Magoni's steakhouse,
can I potentially upgrade this to highway? Is there enough space? Slope too steep. There might be enough space to run a full highway over. If that's the case, we could increase this throughput, which is going to be fairly necessary. So essentially it would look like this. This would come down to ground level. And then through here. I want it to turn out this way and come through. I mean, that's obviously not going to work. Okay. I'm not sure there's enough space to make this happen. But we'll see. Because, I mean, if we can get down to, like, here, of course, we can just take it in kind of like this. Like that. That's easy enough. It's this corner that's going to be challenging. Maybe if we straight line it down to as close as we can here. That's going to be an awful tight corner. I'm going to actually turn off snapping. Slope too steep. I mean, we've got pillars here. Which, sure. That is going to be a thing. We could potentially remove this exit, though. and put it up over here. Kind of like that-ish. And then curve this in. Like that. That's a possibility. Now, what if we took this back out, put this road back in, and managed to get this in such a way where it comes out like this. I want to be on the smallest elevation step right now. It comes in here, and then drops down to ground level. Where it would then connect in over here like this. And then we have a bypass here. I know I'm not talking much at the moment. The reason is because I'm listening to Our Kingdom Will Fall, but also I'm thinking about the actual traffic flow that we're seeing here. So a bypass that then connected in, perhaps up over here. I'd like it to curve in a little bit more gently. I don't like this shape. I want it to come in over here for sure. I mean, we could bring it in like this. I'd prefer this to be just a straight line, but I don't think we can make that happen. We can give it a go. We'll be making this be basically exactly the same thing, except I do want this to be snapping. Just connect it in like that. That's virtually straight. And then straight line connecting up over here-ish. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Maybe we can bring it in over here. No. Okay. So then this would go right here. Curve in like that, and then that gives space already occupied there. So essentially this would then be an exit off of here. Okay. Question is this going to clean up? I mean, it's definitely not pretty. It's got decent throughput. This lane attempting to go this way is slightly problematic. If they're wanting to turn over here, they should really merge into this lane sooner. And I feel like this on-ramp being right before this exit is an issue. So I'm actually going to move this on-ramp and off-ramp to instead be just over here. On and off. Like that. I guess this can be zoned industrial. It's not a big problem. Yeah, now we're not having an attempted merge and unmerge right here. Now the primary issue is this bit of a bypass here, attempting to merge in right here. But otherwise, this is cleaning up. Like, these lane merges are slightly problematic, right? But This is backing up a little bit over here. People are utilizing this bypass, though, which is really good to see. And this one as well. It ain't pretty. There's no doubt about that. So what other cleanups can we do here? Well, we could potentially have this come in at a little less sharp of an angle and have it come in over here instead. So then this would come up over this way, and it would start to elevate up to about 3, and then it would just merge in over here instead. Like so. And at least for right now, that cleaned this up nicely. I don't know if that's going to stay the case. This merge-in is still a bit problematic. Which usually means I need to change this angle. And I'm going to do that here quick. Let's just pull this out over this way. And then up over... Actually, that's not quite going to work. Pull this up over this way if we can. And then in basically parallel over here. And then merge it in like this. That would be kind of ideal. We're getting space already occupied for that. Yeah, I think we're just in a little too close for the game to allow that to happen. So then we change the angle to be more like that. This is quite a pretzel I've created. Yeah, it's definitely this merging situation here that's causing an issue at this point. Everything else is working well. So what can we do about this merge? That's a good question, because it backs up here a little bit as well, because there's a similar merge. And then up here, this merge is what really causes it to slow down. Well, I wonder what the actual point of having this connection is. It doesn't go anywhere different. This is just a bypass to avoid this intersection, but we don't have to hit that intersection at all. We can just get rid of it like that. And that brings us down to 1 merge point, which is still going to be a problem, don't get me wrong. That's definitely still going to cause issues. But I want to take this back out. Because I want to put this in straight line, like this. And then this would connect in about like that. And then we can reshape this, again, to connect in a bit more like this. I want to straight line it down to about right here-ish. That gives us space already occupied. But if we curve it... what if we take it this way? Okay, what if we get rid of this section entirely? Curve this up over... kind of like... actually, we would need to straight line this to here. And then we'd curve it in something like that, although that's space already occupied. I mean, there's that. Which largely has the same issue as previously, right? It just looks slightly better. Once they get here, they're pretty much good to go. It's this merge in that causes some issues. And the larger amount of traffic is coming this direction and wanting to go this way. So what if, hypothetically, we put a stop sign here? I don't want this traffic to stop. I do want this traffic to stop. And then we potentially spread this out a little bit by doing an off-ramp like this, and then an on-ramp over this way. We would actually need to have a slightly different angle on this. Maybe over here would work. Yes. I don't think that bypass will be very heavily utilized, but it'll lower some of the pressure there. Mostly by people wanting to exit the highway anyway. Also, the fact that this corner is so sharp is causing a slowdown. This direction of traffic is actually a bit lower priority, isn't it? So we would run this, in theory, straight to over here, although that keeps giving us space already occupied. I think we gotta take this back like this and run it to there. And then we can run it like that. And then maybe have this be a bit of an exit off this way. It's largely what it already was. I mean, that would be kind of ideal. Unfortunately, the game doesn't allow us to build like that. That does make this corner more gentle, though, which appears to be stopping that slowdown there, which is good. I'm really bad at not working on this intersection, guys. This is how bad I am at not working on this. That's ridiculous. It has largely cleaned up, though. Now this is backing up because of the stop sign that's here. If we free that up, that'll potentially create some merging issues. But at the same time, it'll allow this traffic to flow a little bit more freely. We're having some slowdowns over here from merge-ins, and that's not exactly ideal. These are stop signed, which is interesting. I mean, we could have this simply end here. This is certainly going to cause issues. We would almost certainly want to upgrade this. What if we upgraded this all the way to highway? Like that. and had them merge in up here, with the opportunity to get off here before the merge in. And then we also had an off ramp right here to potentially reduce pressure, or to reduce throughput on this intersection. Now, we should certainly have this be stop signed both ways. No, not stop lighted, stop signed. Like that. Well, it was moving okay. This side is moving fine. This side is still a little backed up. Is it getting better? I think it is. Maybe. I think this is actually working, maybe. Somehow, through some miracle, this is the best design that I've come up with yet. Okay, you know what? Whatever. I need to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're probably going to keep working on this intersection. I mean, it's the last episode, and maybe I should just be like, I want to get this fixed. Since clearly I can't think about anything else. For now, though, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.